Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Kicker and OvenBreak, where we need to go ahead and do some detective work because there's literally like 11 hours left on trying to find. Well, let's make that 10. You know, well, it's about to be it's about to be 9, but well, soon we have to go ahead and do some more investigation work to find out who the pleb tried to take our detective man Almond cookie and put him out of pasture. Or whatever the term is. And we ran a little bit in the last time, but we still need to run a decent amount of times here. And you know what I'm going to do just to make sure this gets easier? I'm just going to go straight to Escargot cookie. We're going to go straight to your pet, which by the way, I think I can buy crystals now that I think about it. Whatever the case is, I need to go ahead and crank some of these on you. And then we'll just crank some crystals on you just to get you to level 11. That's level 12, but plebe, you know what? Why not? You're probably going to have to get to that level anyway. Anyway, 2 for you. And then 2 level 12 just to make you match. Perfect. Yeah, even though it said level 9 right there, I don't know why it just skips to 10 to 11, 12, but whatever. It's fine. Alright. So I'm going to be doing a run with Escargot, and then we're going to be hopefully gathering up all the rest of the evidence and the information that we need, just so we can go ahead and interrogate all of these cookies, because we will desperately need it to make sure that our investigations go swimmingly. Which, that reminds me, I gotta make sure that, like, I upload one of my member videos today, because I keep forgetting to do so because my days have been so busy working on a new piece of content that I'm finally gonna be working on for Your Local Pleb, which, by the way, on the Your Local Pleb account, I did a little teaser for that video. Like, it's not like a teaser, but it's, like, more like, well, I mean, it is a teaser, but it's like a post. It's not like a little teaser video. Instead, it's just gonna be like, you know, hey, this is the thing that's upcoming, and if hopefully I get everything correct, it should be up on October 30th. So, be prepared for a good piece of Your Local Pleb content to be in the works, because I've been really plubbing hard on that, and honestly, I'm really proud of how it went out, and I know what you may be thinking, like, can I release, like, more Your Local Pleb videos? I definitely can, but you gotta remember, I'm one person. I'm literally, like, one guy. I can't work on every single bit at once, especially when I'm running nearly, like, 3 YouTube channels. And that's actually, like, legit, by the way. That's real. But, whatever. I'm still going to be trying my hardest to post out all the content. Thank everything I had the shield, because one of the missions gave me an extra shield that I could just, you know, get. Fun fact, my face is breaking out with, like, some acne. And my dearly beloved mother gave me some really good acne cream just to heal with that. So I was like, yes. And it's been working so far. At least, like, this is my second dollop as of right now. This should be more than enough to get the one mission done for Escargot, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I need 400 million points, but we're about to reach it. We got it. Okay, and oh my gosh, all the points. Like, look at all those Rainbow Bear Jellies. Hello? Jeez, there was nearly 500 million just in that one run alone. How many missions did we get? Okay, 4. I don't know if that's much, but I know it is enough to get some other missions, you know, accomplished. So if we can crack that out, what are we getting? So we did get that. Pretty good. We did get this. Pretty nice. And did we get the Escargot mission done? Let me just check. I dropped something on my plumbing keyboard. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, I'm so mad. Yeah, fun fact. After getting all these things, this is how I look now. Do you remember how, like, you know, I was barely getting any points? Well, you know the mission where it's like, oh, get this total amount of points? That was mandatory. Because look at this. I get a skill where, like, as long as I have the bubble shield activated, a bunch of random jellies just spawn around me. Bubble jellies, frozen bear jellies, pink bear jellies, gold coins, silver coins, yellow bear jellies, all bear jellies, and maybe basic jellies. I don't know. But then all of them just spawn around me, and with that helps you get, like, every single mission done, from the Walnut cookie to Escargot cookie to, like, jelly missions and, like, just a bunch of other stuff. And there was even one of the missions that you had to complete where it was, like, I think it was, like, I don't remember which one it was, but if you won, apparently, the reward that I got out of it was every big bear jelly that you collect, 6 other bear jellies happen to come out. That means more jellies to collect. So let's just finish this one run off over here. I can't even cut those, but it's all over. We have every single mission done now, so we have all the pieces of evidence that we need. So in order, you've seen in the last video, we did manage to get the monocle, being a familiar looking monocle, crucial clue, or just coincidence. All signs point to one cookie. But the other things we got were the crumpled card, the musty scent of cheese lingers. It reads, meet me in the cargo hold. No info on the sender or recipient. I am so sorry, but I think we already know who that belongs to. Because, cheese. and also the color makes sense. The other thing we have is medical chart. Medical chart detailing Cookie's conditions and symptoms. Recent entries are about antidote research. It makes sense because, you know, the numbing thing that happened to every Cookie. There's also the hat feather, a lavish feather used to decorate hats. Anyone on board the cruise would recognize the design. Of course, and lastly, the crimson bandana. A red bandana smells spicy, found in the cargo hold. Did the owner try to take advantage of the chaos? No, that's true. Maybe when everything was happening, she just decided to pop in and go like, oh, everyone's distracted. It's time for me to steal. Alright, but I did not want to back out, I'll have you know. What we have to do now is we gotta go ahead and interrogate some fellas. So, let's first of all interrogate Steak Cookie, because I know, don't get me wrong, you were the person who just, like, you know, handled everything, but I still gotta, like, talk over you, you know? Makes sense, because I gotta talk about everyone who was near the scene. Here you go, bud. Hey, Lord Detective, I'm innocent. I'll help you find the real culprit. Okay, first of all, why were you in the cargo hold? What? I told you this is where the smugglers are gonna be meeting. So you were alone? You didn't run into Almond Cookie? I'm sorry about Almond Cookie. He'll wake up soon, I'm sure of it. Oh yeah, well, have you had anything to do with this card? Maybe you've seen it before? I've seen this before. Almond Cookie received one of them. It was sent to Almond Cookie? He was worried sick about you. Knew you wouldn't give up. Also knew that you tried to get involved instead of avoiding danger. Anyway, he was looking for your missing key and when it opened. Almond Cookie? He said he received that card shortly after, or shortly before, okay, a strange invitation. It was Roguefort Cookie, up to no good. They're behind all this. It was Roguefort Cookie behind all this. Okay, well, where were you during the incident? I was heading to the cargo hold to set up a trap. I bumped into Almond Cookie there. And? I was gonna pounce the moment I sensed something go down. Almond Cookie and I split up to cover more ground in the cargo hold. Okay, so they were there. Well, was the monocle ever present there? Maybe you tracked it down? Are you all sizzle and no steak? What else you got? Am I all sizzle and no steak? What do you mean? Okay, what about the feather? It could also be the bandana. Because maybe, like, Chili Pepper Cookie was there and, like, you know, you were also detecting her around? This here crimson scarf belongs to Chili Pepper Cookie, who I caught. She was snooping around the cargo looking for something to steal. I thought I caught a smuggler, but it only turned out to be her. I ain't sad, though. Her bounty's pretty high up there, too. Huh. Oh, sorry. Now's not the time for a laugh, is it? Well, her bounty is pretty high up. Here's the thing. Okay, I hope you find the real culprit. I'm sorry for Almond Cookie. Sure, wake up. He was worried sick about you. Anyway, he was looking for your missing key. So, at the very least... So we can at least admit that, Steak Cookie can vouch for Almond Cookie being there. Have you seen anything suspicious? Well, the cargo hold was already a mess when we got there. I think the contraband was moved because the crooks are getting scared. The crooks? Oh. Were they getting scared of the symptoms? No? Okay, well, surely they must have left a sign like this monocle right here. Okay, well, it has to be the feather. There's, like, no other option. Ah, this feather! There's been something nagging on my mind this entire time. The host of the party has been seen in the cargo hold one too many times. She's all acting busy and always sneaky and busy. You know, always. But now I really can't tell who it really was. Who knows if it was Escargot, Kiki, or Phantom Blue? Or are they working together? Huh, it just means a bigger bounty for me. I think we're done here. I mean, to be fair, so... all we know from you, which hopefully... I'm just a bounty hunter to do the job. All we know is you can vouch for Almond Cookie, and Almond Cookie can vouch for you being there in the cargo hold during the time of all this. But I guess y'all split up or something, and you don't know if it has anything to do with Escargot. Alright, why were you in the cargo hold? To capture smugglers in the act. Claim a card sent to Almond Cookies, assumed to be Roguefort Cookies. Okay. So it was sent to Almond by Roguefort. Where were you during the incident? Met Almond Cookie, split up a search, presumes to have been dropped while apprehending Chili Pepper Cookie. Okay, so maybe she dropped that right during capture. And have you seen anything suspicious? Cargo hold was already messy on arrival. Saw Escargot Cookie many times. Was it Roguefort Cookie in disguise? I could explain it. Just doesn't make any sense as to why. Alright. I steal things, but I didn't harm anyone. You literally have you have chili knives. No offense, but like, those are meant to harm people. Even if you're using the threaten, that's still emotionally harming, madam. Sure, I steal things, but I didn't harm anyone. I'll steal that notebook of yours. Should I just arrest you now? Anyway, why are you in the cargo hold? What the no. Do you have proof I was there in the cargo hold? Huh? Stop eyeing my pockets and answer the question, please. Fine. The injured cookie okay? Almond cookie has been taken to the infirmary. Okay, fine. I was just there to get some stuff. Stuff I wanted. Then why was this available at the crime scene? That's my scarf. The bounty hunter must have snatched it away. I'll ask you again. Why are you in the cargo hold? Because the cargo hold has to be filled with riches. That's why. I was gonna steal everything I could find in there. Well, I guess that checks out, but where were you during the incident? I was stealing stuff, okay? There was a lot of stuff to steal, so I needed more than one trip. Then I heard footsteps. I managed to hide behind a storage crate. Hid behind a storage crate, Does it happen to be because of Escargot cookie coming down, maybe? And the cookie with this feather in her hat came to the cargo hold. She was the host or something. I didn't let my guard down around her, and I felt like someone was watching me. Who was it? I don't know. I didn't exactly see anything. I could hear Almond cookie and someone else in the cargo hold, though. Then I heard a scuffle, and then thud. Something hit the ground. I was about to run away, but then Stay Cookie caught me. Okay, so she did see Escargot cookie walking into the actual thing. She would host it. I didn't get my guard down, but then I felt someone was watching you. Maybe it was Roguefort. I could hear Almond cookie and someone else at the cargo hold, though. Interesting. Alright, have you seen anything suspicious? You sure have a lot of questions. I'll answer if you pay me. How's that sound, huh? Oh yeah, what if can I give you the monocle? Maybe that's worth something. Hey, I've seen that before. It was on the floor of the cargo hold. I remember it sort of smelled like ripe cheese. Hey, got any jellies in the pockets? Or let me go. Why are you keeping me here? I want to leave. We're out at sea. There's really nowhere to run, you know? Well, maybe, I guess. Just let me go. There's nowhere to run anyway out to sea. Fine, whatever. All I did was steal some stuff. Yeah, you stole someone's dignity, maybe. Anyway, let's go over everything. Why were you in the cargo hold? Visited to attempt burglary. Dropped when apprehended by Stay Cookie. Came to steal valuables. Checks out. Heard someone in the cargo hold a hid after, where were you during the incident? Saw a cookie with a feathered hat enter the area. Heard a struggle. So Escargot cookie entered first, quote unquote. And then, have you seen anything suspicious? Wants payment for an answer. That's bribery, by the way. Saw it lying in the cargo hold. Claimed it smelled like old cheese. So she saw that lying in the cargo hold. So does that mean Roguefort was there before Chili Pepper? Or Chili Pepper was like there during Roguefort being there, but like Roguefort dropped their monocle. I don't know, but that's interesting. Anywho, let's move on to Escargot, because I'm very curious. Listen, I know you're the cruise owner, but we literally saw you there. We saw 2 Escargots. I'm sorry, but it just makes sense for you to just do this. What would you like to ask? Why were you in the cargo hold? I'm allowed to go where I wish on my ship, but this area is now a crime scene. Yes, there is no denying that, and I am saddened by what happened. Are you doubting me, young detective? I am not a victim, am I not? Or I am a victim, am I not? I mean, that's true, but you had your feather right there. Oh, darling, I'm afraid I can't help you with that. Of course you can't. Well, what about? I feel like the medical charts could help in some way, shape, or form. But probably will. Actually, that could definitely be sent to Dr. Bones. Well, what about the card? Maybe you've got a card like this? Very well. I went there because I received this card. Do you know what this is? It's a card whose sender is unknown. It told me to check the cargo hold. It smelled of a strange yet very pungent type of cheese. And darling, it is my duty for the safety of the ship. That is what made me enter the cargo hold, which was already a mess. I left to call for the staff and ask for a full investigation. Had no clue, or had no one else received the card, I would have been the only target. Unfortunately, Almond Cookie was injured. It could have been me. So Almond Cookie was there, but then again, didn't Almond Cookie also say that they received a card? Well, Stay Cookie confirmed it. Okay, well, where were you during the incident? As I mentioned, I left to summon the crew. Many cookies in the corridors and deck will have seen me. Then why was your feather there at the crime scene? This feather is quite similar to the one on my hat. Such feathers are rather commonplace, don't you think? Perhaps the feather is from a cookie, not a fashion piece. Do you suspect that the culprit had wings? No, inaccurate statements will, only add to the confusion. Still, with someone impersonating me, this feather means very little. So it's a mock feather. For some reason. Weird. Now, have you seen anything suspicious? On my first visit to the cargo hold, the air smelled spicy. Perhaps there was a spicy cookie rummaging through the cargo and... Well, we do have her bandana, so chili pepper cookie did come before Escargot. But now you're just not going to confirm that. But we know for a fact someone did come in before Escargot, but maybe she saw this? Oh no, I've already seen it. Actually, well, then it has to be the clipboard, right? Yes, the doctor who wrote this chart was indeed in the cargo hold. Wait, the doctor was in the cargo hold? Well, it was Dr. Bones at the cargo hold, and I found out about Almond Cookie when I returned to the cargo hold. Hence the reason I sought the doctor, but he was already there. It may have been a good idea to confirm my statement, young detective. If you find out why Phantom Blue impersonated me, please let me know. I have nothing else to add. So, all we really did confirm is that Chili Pepper was there before Escargot. A host wouldn't sabotage their own crews. But also, Dr. Bones was there first on Escargot's first visit, and then Escargot's second visit, they were still there? Weird. Why were you in the cargo hold? As a ship owner, claims the rights to wander, received the card, checked the cargo hold, and left to call the crew. Okay, they received the card, they checked, and then they left. So they got the card, they entered, and then they sniffed around, they smelled something spicy and something else, I guess, and then they just left to get the crew. So, but also Dr. Bones Cookie was there. Where were you during the incident? Left the cargo hold to alert the crew. Similar to her own, but it's a common accessory that anyone could have. It's true, but it looks like an exact replica. Anyway, have you seen anything suspicious? Claims the cargo hold smelled spicy. Dr. Bones Cookie was already in the cargo hold when she arrived. So she was there. So, at the very least, we know when the cargo hold was there, the only people who we know guaranteed were there were Escargot, Chili Pepper, and Dr. Bones. Chili Pepper was snooping around, Dr. Bones was probably doing research or something, and Escargot did a first check to get the crew. But then on her second visit, she came, and Steak and Almond were there. I think Dr. Bones was still there, and then Chili Pepper. So everyone would have been there on the second visit. But she probably would have came in last. That's interesting, considering claim a card was sent to Almond Cookie, assumed to be Roguefort cookies. See, that must mean there's multiple cards, because this was a card sent to Almond Cookie, assumed to be Roguefort cookie, but she received the card. There could be multiple, though. So, one of them could be a lie. Don't know, but let's move on to Dr. Bones Cookie before we do any big assumptions. I worked my bones off! I know. I don't know how you could drink this because you're a skeleton, but you know what? You still deserve a drink. This cut's too close to the bone! Oh yeah, because medicine, people getting knocked out. Why were you in the cargo hold? Good tingly bones, I'm not used to being interrogated. Don't be nervous, just think of it as a checkup to find the truth. Okay, I shall say something of very important note. It's no use! I'm suffering from forgetful nervousness syndrome. Alright, so I gotta make you remember. Maybe this is why you're in the cargo hold, mister. Ah, that's one of my many charts. I was in the cargo hold to start my research into an antidote, but I needed a full detailed analysis of the synthetic poison. That way I can create an antidote that works without any doubts. I went to the cargo hold to find and gather some missing samples, but I didn't expect another ominous incident would happen there. Okay, no questioning on that one, it's just straight to the point. You were in the cargo hold to try and get an antidote for the poison. That does check out. Where were you during the incident? I was probably rummaging through some suspicious boxes in the back. So the cargo hold is a mess because of you? Only partially, but Chili Pepper Cookie must have done the same too. Did you see Chili Pepper Cookie? I heard the sound of a struggle, so I went to provide medical aid. But I saw that Chili Pepper Cookie was hiding behind some boxes. Then, Had anything to do with the monocle? Maybe because then you saw Roguefort? Oh, the monocle came flying from nowhere. This one? Are you sure? Yes, then I saw the victim and Escargot cookie next to him. At the time, I really had no idea that it was really Phantom Blue. Maybe they fought after he found out and the monocle flew off? Okay, so they heard the sound of a struggle, so I went to provide medical aid, but then I saw Chili Pepper hiding behind boxes, so Chili Pepper was there. And then, so it couldn't have been Chili Pepper because she was hiding during that time, because Dr. Bones can vouch for that. So now we only have 4 people to choose from. But then, during the struggle, the monocle came flying from nowhere. Then I saw the victim and Escargot kicking next to him. Okay, so the victim and Escargot kicking next to him. So, it probably was Roguefort, and then they were in a struggle with Almond, and then they quickly swapped to, like, Escargot at the time. I had no idea it was really Phantom Blue. So it definitely could have been Roguefort. But then, have you seen anything suspicious? I don't know, I was busy administering first aid to Almond Cookie. Okay, well, what about maybe this feather? Maybe it could lead to something of use? Alright, I must be suffering from forgetful neuron syndrome. That's not what you said earlier. But, forgetful neuron syndrome. What about the card? Maybe this card has any information out of it? Oh, this is the card that was clenched inside Almond Cookie's hand to the scene. I did trace an analysis on it. The results should be in soon. Someone else received this card too, and asked for an analysis. Here it is now. Wait, this is... What is it? It's blue cheese mold, only from Cookies of the Blue Cheese Manor. Okay, so the card we can confirm, it's obviously from Roguefort, but also he did say someone else received this card too, so we can confirm both Almond and Escargot had this card. And we know for a fact that the analysis is blue cheese mold, only from Cookies of the Blue Cheese Manor. So it would have to be, I don't think Escargot would be associated, it would have to be Roguefort. I'm leaving to take care of my patient. You know what? Leave. You've done enough. This feels like a bad diagnosis. I know, it's the most traumatizing feeling in the doctor's office. You revealed a lot to us. You revealed that it definitely could not have been Chili Pepper. Steak and Escargot received cards at the time, and you're basically providing... You were just looking at medicine. It's really pointing to you, my creature. I'll work my bones off, of course. Why were you in the cargo hold? Was too nervous and forgot? Was in the cargo hold to research an antidote for the synthetic poison? Makes sense. Where were you during the incident? Found a strange box, heard a struggle. Saw Almond Cookie collapse and Roguefort Cookie standing right beside him. Okay, so they found a strange box and heard a struggle. Or maybe the strange box had a key. Huh. Saw Almond Cookie collapse and Roguefort Cookie standing right beside him. Okay. And now, having seen anything suspicious, provide a first aid Almond Cookie. Found in Almond Cookie's hand. Analysis reviews blue cheese mold. All things are pointing at you, Roguefort. I'd be surprised how it couldn't be you. But let's get this very last interrogation out of the way, because you really have a lot to talk about. You plumbing cheese. How can you even fly with that cape? It has holes inside of it. Suspecting me, are you? A game of questions. How lovely. Why are you here on the cruise? Why? No bento this time? Shame. Very well, where should I begin? You do know who the top suspect is right now, right? Why the disguise? When did you get on the ship? I'd love to explain everything, but alas, time is not on our side. I only ever want to uncover the truth, plain and simple. The truth? Then explain to me this card, because obviously this was no doubt in my mind sent by you. Scroll. Oh, what's this? Is this the next piece of the bubble? The bubble? The puzzle? Which, by the way, I've actually noticed how at the bottom it says related testimonies 2 out of 3. 2 out of 2. So all the testimonies for those are done. So only what's left is the feather, the monocle, and the card. So I'm assuming the monocle is here first. Oh, no, wait. It has to be the feather because you were, like, unveiling the truth. What, about Escargot Cookie? Maybe she's a separate criminal. Maybe she is a criminal, but she's unrelated to Roguefort. Alright, I knew you uncovered the truth. This feather proves it. One must catch every detail to mimic someone like Escargot Cookie. Well, I say catch, but I mean match. Why did you disguise yourself as Escargot Cookie? Oh, there was no other... Was there any better option? Who else here could have roamed the ship so freely whenever and wherever? Why are you really on this cruise? To find the syndicate responsible for the fall of the Blue Cheese Manor. Huh? What do you mean? There is someone here who can answer my oldest questions. The fall of the Blue Cheese... Did Escargot Cookie cause the fall of the Cheesecake Man... Or the Blue Cheese Man, not Cheesecake, but like... Did she cause the fall of it? And the reason why she has so much money was because of the manor? Maybe Roguefort did this, but maybe it was because it was an act of sabotage. Okay, where were you during the incident? I believe the cookie I was pursuing would act today. I lured you into the cargo hold to catch the culprit together, but it appears I was too late and Almond Cookie got injured. Were you the one who kept whispering things and sent me notes? Yes. For I know your true potential, dear detective. If anyone can prove the tragedy that befell our family, it'd be you. As Phantom Lou, I have worked tirelessly to seek the elusive truth. Until one day, I came across whispers of a secret organization. I heard of a plan to smuggle poison onto the ship, so here I am. Wait. You know the potential. Okay, so you believe the cookie I was pursuing would act today. So that must have been Escargot. I lured you to the cargo hold to catch the culprit together. So that's also why you lured Almond Cookie? But it appears I was too late and Almond Cookie was injured. Oh, that can't mean you injured them, could you? Yes, for I know you're too... Maybe it was because Almond Cookie acted inductively and just saw Roguefort. It was like, okay, yeah, you're coming with me, but then just knocked out of, like, self-defense. But until one day, I came across whispers of a secret organization. I heard plan of smuggling poison on the ship. Maybe the smugglers are related to Escargot. Maybe that's the case. Alright, one more. Have you seen anything suspicious? I spy with my little eye that you possess something suspicious. There is a flimsy, faulty piece of evidence within your possession. You mean... No, not the... It would have to be the card, right? Very good. I would never dare to create a card this crude and tacky. The culprit's sharp. They knew I was here and used that knowledge. Now that I think about it, this was a trap. An successful one, too. But this card has traces of Blue Cheese mold on it. And there's no evidence or testimony to prove you're innocent. Perhaps, but I'm sure you can figure it out, little detective. Wait. Oh, wait. What were you doing during the incident? Oh, I didn't even send this one in. Okay, well, I didn't send in the monocle yet. I thought I got your answer right here. That's my bad. Explain this evidence. Ah, yes, this monocle does indeed belong to me. I must have dropped it while checking up on Almond Cookie. That doesn't prove you're innocent at all. You were right next to him. Oh, but think about it. Do I have a motive to attack Almond Cookie? After all, he was not interrupting me, nor was he standing in my way. Soon all will be revealed. No, Roguefort, you can't be doing this. You have to choose very carefully. Okay, first, let's go over everything here. Okay, why are you in the cruise? Gave ambiguous answer about lacking time. Part of their escargot cookie disguise to move freely around the ship. So it was part of the disguise. So the disguise was theirs. Where were you during the incident? Claim waited for the culprit to show up. Claims to have dropped it while examining Almond Cookie. And then, have you seen anything suspicious? Shows interest in the evidence. Claims it's not their signature card. Traces of Blue Cheese mold found. Oh, this sucks. Because I know for a fact it can't be Chili Pepper. It can't be Dr. Bones. It can't be Steak. Could it? I'm trying to think about this now, because like it's either Escargot or Roguefort, but it's really leaning towards Escargot because okay, she received the card, checked the cargo hold, and left to call the crew. Similar to her own, but it's a common accessory that anyone could have. Okay, so we know it definitely wasn't her feather; it was Roguefort's, but that doesn't put her in place either. Dr. Bones was already in the cargo hold when she arrived. Okay, and wasn't the cargo hold to research? Saw Almond Cookie collapse and Roguefort Cookie standing right beside him. So they were standing, but, But the monocle came flying off. Someone must have done something. All we know is this drop, yeah, apprehended, saw a Cookie with feathered hat enter the area, heard a struggle. So Almond Cookie could have been disguised, and then they heard a struggle. But saw it lying in the cargo hold, claimed to smell like old cheese. So she did claim to see it, maybe probably even stole it. Card sent to Almond Cookie, assumed to be from Roguefort Cookie. Claims it's not their signature. Places of Blue Cheese mold. Maybe she has... If it was Escargot, maybe she has something that could replicate it? Oh, shoot. What? Because, okay, I can primarily at least say it either has to be Roguefort or Escargot, but they're being too cheeky about it. Like, it's being too cheeky. Like, it literally could have been, like, Roguefort, Escargot, but then Escargot fell. But then again, what if Escargot came up first, did something with... But then again... What could... Did we even rule out Steak? Well, I mean, we did, right? Because they split up. Oh gosh, I actually have no idea. I have so many things that my guts want to say. Like, seriously, my heart is trying to say a lot of things, my gut's trying to say a lot of things, and my soul is trying to say a lot of things. Like, oh... I don't plebing know. Okay, I'm still gonna have to make a guess here of sorts, so it's definitely between you. Yeah, okay, you, no, you, no. I know it's you, or you. If only I could see like some way to like check how the voting's going, just so I could like, you know, compare votes, because maybe that could give you, like, some easy edge of going, like, oh, well, obviously, you know, it has to be you. But, like, it's so odd. It's so hard to, like, think about anything. For all I know, Steak Cookie could also be involved in this. I'm really thinking it might be Escargot. It seems so weird, but like, does Escargot Cookie could I guess their motive could stem from the fact, like, I don't know. I legit don't know, because like, Steak Cookie is a bounty hunter. I've never been, like, this is the hardest choice by far. This is the hardest choice by, like, a landslide. I took a long while to, like, go back through everything. And there is one crucial detail, because here's the thing. I went through the interrogations again. I wanted to see through, like, you know, maybe, like, someone had something, like, maybe there's something in information. But there's one bit of evidence that I think help us get an answer. And I was interrogating Steak Cookie, and at first I was like, you know, there might be some suspicious, because at first, like, it probably wasn't them, because, like, Almond Cookie was also there. But then again, that means they would have also been there when Almond Cookie got knocked out. Now, I was trying to suspect, and they say the cargo hold was a mess already when they got there. So, they explain this evidence. Okay. But something I also found out was during the part in the incident, he says, I was heading to the cargo hold to set up a trap. I bumped into Almond Cookie there. It's not the fact that they bumped into Almond Cookie. You can't just say, like, oops, oh, my bad, I knocked you out. I was gonna pounce the moment I sensed something go down. Almond Cookie and I split up to cover more ground in the cargo hold. What if Almond Cookie walked into Steak Cookie's trap? I know it says I was heading to the cargo hold to set up a trap. I bumped Almond Cookie here. But maybe he set up a trap and didn't inform Almond Cookie. Or maybe something like that. Maybe they bumped into, like, Almond Cookie and then, without even telling them to set up a trap, and then Almond Cookie accidentally stepped around to the trap. And, of course, from here, it says, like, this here crimson scarf belongs to Chili Pepper Cookie, who I caught. She was snooping around cargo. Look at that. I thought I caught a smuggler, but only turned out to be her. I ain't sad, though. Her bounty's pretty high up. Then we go to the last thing over here. Have you seen anything suspicious? Cold hole was already a mess when we got there. I think 100 man was moved when the crooks were getting scared. Didn't you already mention this, though? And if I were to present the feather, didn't I already do that? The feather is something on. Oh wait, and that was the first question, the third. Well, I told you where smugglers got me meeting. Sorry about Almond Cookie. He'll wake up. So you were alone. You didn't run to Almond Cookie, but then he just says, "I'm sorry about Almond Cookie. He'll wake up soon. I'm sure of it." Why did he just choose to ignore that question? That's so weird. And then there's this card thing, where I've seen it before. Almond Cookie received one of them. He was worried sick about you. He knew you wouldn't give up. Also knew that you try and get involved in danger. Anyways, he was looking for your missing key and when it opened. He said he received that card shortly after, a straight invitation. I think, even if it was totally intentional, like totally misintentional, I think it could have been just plainly an accident. I'm thinking it just has to do with a trap, because he literally said he went there to set up a trap, and maybe Almond Cookie, from what I'm understanding, accidentally hit it. So I'm thinking that's what happened. That's why I'm gonna put my vote in Steak Cookie. It took me, not even joking, around 15 minutes just to think about like who it could have been around that time. But I think it has to be you. Even if it's purely accidental, we know for a fact that like accidents aren't the only like, you know, reason for this. Accidents aren't just like the prime thing that you can just like suddenly choose. Of course, if you want, you could change your pick, but it's gonna cost crystals. And I think I have to like stick to my guns on this. But anyway, I need to end the video here because like, oh my gosh, this is like a 42-minute long recording. It's long. Anyways, with that being said, I'm hoping I'm right, but if you enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my Kick Around content, and if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future, and down below in the description, you'll see links to my merch store, like the Plub Market, all my social media, and also a link to my YouTube memberships, where for just $1 a month, you can become a pleb, and you'll see exclusive behind-the-scenes content. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese. I want to give the hugest of thanks to the plebs, aka the YouTube members, for helping me support the things that I do on this channel, which the crew members that we have are Blobby Eduardo and Jojo Sands. Even though there's the only two, I still thank you so much for all the support that you've been giving at this channel, and let's hopefully keep on growing.